What's up and welcome to another video. Today we're starting a new series on a game that I haven't made content on before. It's, you guessed it, City Skylines. This is a project I've been waiting to start for a while, so when the opportunity arose I immediately started looking on the Steam workshop for a map. I wanted a map with a tropical coast, islands and a decent elevation change. Marathon Bay is what caught my eye. It's by Sanctum Gamer, and if you'd like to find it, the link is in the description. So let's download this map and start building. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any videos. City Skylines is a game I found I've had a secret passion for. I've always ended up coming back to it, always watching more and more content on YouTube, and I've always wanted to start a series on City Skylines and I'm glad to be finally doing it. I started a little lost on this map. Normally I look for changes in terrain height to guide the road network, but the starting square is freakishly flat. This meant I could do whatever I wanted, which is sometimes the hardest thing. I started with a basic grid and tried to limit the amount of roads that come off the collectors. I want to try and keep traffic to a minimum in the city. I think I've watched enough Beer for Fixes videos to know how to set up a good transport network, but I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? I played around with alleys to split up the blocks, but it just felt tacky, so once we unlock paths, I'll add an extensive path network throughout the suburbs. Each city block is 30 by 40 tiles and then divided in half as smaller subdivisions. I want the city to have a more rural vibe. I want to try and keep this vibe limited to the starting square, so I also plan to have farms coming off near the power station you'll see later in the video. There's actually quite a lot of fertile land just over the highway, which will be a perfect area for a farm build later on. So I want this starting city to complement that. I'm thinking of an American Midwest or country New South Wales kind of build. I haven't named any of the streets or the city yet for that matter. If you guys have any names, throw them in the comments and they'll end up somewhere. Once the road network was done, I upgraded the main streets and started cleaning up the intersections with no controller and the intersection marking tool. I have to say, the intersection marking tool is addictive. I find myself losing time pondering how the lines would go and admiring how nice it looks when I'm done. I have to admit, it's been a while since I've used these mods, so each intersection took a little while to get done, but once I got used to using the mods in conjunction, I started making some really smooth intersections. I plan to do the rest off camera. Now it's time to build our services. I started planning out a small block to place our industrial area just off the main street of the city. For some reason I put the water tower in the soon to be polluted industrial area, and we'll be changing that along with everything else about the industrial area later. I think City Planner Plays has given me brainworms. Ever since I started watching his videos, I have to put water pipes under the roads. And I mean, like, come on, how is that not satisfying? After spending all the city's money on water pipes, I decided to spend the rest of it on an inland sewage treatment plant and place it dangerously close to the water supply. A decision I will later regret.
It was at this moment that he knew.
If you're broke and have no power station in City Skylines, you just send it and zone some residential and hope for the best. I originally spent some time zoning the industrial area with unique block sizes, but in the hopes of making more money, I just zoned the whole area. The plan was successful and we're making cash once again. So naturally, I spent it immediately on fixing things that bunged up earlier and creating more industrial zones for that sweet, sweet cashola. As things were starting to look up, surprisingly, my poorly placed wind turbine couldn't support my growing city. So naturally, it's time to micromanage the city budget and once again go postal. Luckily, while I was doing this, we hit our first milestone. Power plant first on the agenda and removing the emergency wind turbine. Milestones are bittersweet. The citizens now have garbage, want to go to school, and how dare they have needs.
Indubitably, good sir, how dare the peasants have needs?
With a loan in hand, I built a recycling centre and moved the now poopy water supply. With the city in working order, it's time for a drive-by to see what we've built so far. I'm really pleased with how our city is beginning to take shape, and I'm looking forward to reading any name ideas for it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a good one. Peace.